Welcome, Steve Early here with Silverback Solutions. I hope you're doing well today. We're excited to bring you another WordPress tutorial. This is going to be a general walkthrough, so let's jump on in. Let me go in and share my screen for us. The very first step is to getting to the right screen. So what we're going to do is put your domain in with the right permalink. This whole link has been provided to you via email. So if you click it, you should be good to go. And here we are. So once we put in our credentials, we're going to be able to log right on in, and it's going to bring us to our dashboard. So typically the dashboard looks like your home screen followed by a bar right here. And if you click dashboard right next to this top left icon, it's going to give you a look as this. And this is where all the magic happens. So where are we right now? It's a lot going on. Luckily for you, we have done all the heavy lifting, and it's really just plug and play for you. So our very first move of where we're going to explore is the general settings. So if we go to the general settings, and that can be found under settings, if you scroll down to the left and click general, this is going to be your site title, your tagline, all the beautiful stuff. This is key to set up correctly and to monitor, but not too much craziness. The next focus point right here is going to be our theme. So what makes a WordPress website? Well, one, it's a theme and it's its plugins that you're using. So the theme we've chose for this site is Generate Press. For your site, it's probably going to be Astra. Astra is a really fast theme that caters most WordPress websites. As you can tell, it's active. The next component right here is customize. So if we're on the dashboard and we go to view site, it's going to bring us to that first look when we first logged in as we load. And you'll see that customize button right here. So this button, if you click customize, it's going to bring you to another area. This is such a fun area. This is where you can set all your brand specifications out so you don't have to change the text each and every time. This is where you can get your nice button up top here to look. This is where you can set your tagline, as you can tell right there. All right. What else can we do here? We can set your brand colors. Ours are set there. What happens if you don't set it up through here, which we already did, every time you put in a new box, it's going to be its own colors based off of the box or the text, and we'll jump more into that. Just know this is where the fun setup, the structure of your website happens. Your menus, for us, it's our blog categories, and that's all we're going to really set up. Most of this heavy lifting is done. I would say if you're in this area, you should probably be consulting us, unless you feel super eager and you know what you're doing. It won't break the site, but it can cause a little havoc. So what else besides your themes and your customization button that really manages this WordPress website? Well, it's plugins. Plugins are like organs in your body. They each have a different function that provides life to this beautiful site. That can be found on your dashboard under plugins. So here's a quick look of plugins we use. The big one we're going to go into is Elementor right now. So we use Elementor Pro. It's a premium plugin that really allows us to get this look right here, this drag and drop text, different functionalities with the form fields, even this little animation. This animates right when it loads. You can see it right now. So that's pretty, that's pretty neat. Your site has it. All the sites we uses Elementor Pro. If you're watching this and you're not a client of ours, you can get away with using the basic Elementor. It's just to bring your site to the next level, I would use Pro. There's also other drag and drop builders you can use, but we swear by Elementor Pro. Beautiful. So now the cosmetics of your website. You have pages and you have posts options. Pages are right here, posts are right here. So what are the difference? I would say the pages section is going to be your hard content that you might change the look of every 6 months, every 3 months, just so your consumers are not desensitized when they click on your website. Now your post section right here, this is where you're going to do your weekly blogs. If you have content that you're pushing out, like YouTube videos, tutorials, it's going to go under your post section. How the usage of each of them work are very similar. It's just, where do you start? So 9 out of 10 times, if you're a client of Silverback Solutions, we're probably going to be working on the pages. You're going to be working on the posts. Beautiful. So if you go in, there's 2 ways. You can go in right here that says edit, or you can say edit with Elementor. So let's see which each of them look like. So I'm going to click edit right now. And this is where it brings us this beautiful look right here. There's a lot going on. You don't have to worry about most of it. The big pieces that you do need to focus on are one right here. This is your Yoast SEO. So Yoast is a plugin that we use to work with the search engines. And all you need to worry about is when you go to Yoast, you see the Google preview, and you see this text right here. Are you a small business owner in 2021? That is made in the meta description right here. This needs to be there. They do a great job of keeping it simple. There's green if it's too short, which will show you. Now it's orange. Now, if we do way too much text, it's showing orange again. So they give you that sweet spot that you want to be in. And this is what it looks like in the search engines. If you scroll up to focus key phrases, you should highlight a couple of these. We handle this. But if you're watching on YouTube and this is not something where you created a new page or a new post, this does need to be set up. That's all we really need to do in this area outside of the title, which is beautiful. If you edit the title, you remember we were talking about permalinks up here, right? When you first logged in is your domain, followed by everything behind it. That's the permalink. Well, that could be set up right here in permalink. And that's the direct link that if someone wanted to go to that page. So if you have a landing page just for a new product that you wanted to launch, you would share that individual link, which is your domain, and the text behind it, which is considered the permalink. And you can share that. You can share that through a tracker. There's so many ways. We're not going to go into that. Beautiful. Now, what does it look like? You remember when we jumped in, we said edit or edit with Elementor. Both of those need to be handled. First, you edit. And then we're going to go to edit with Elementor. And now the fun begins. This is where all the gravy stuff happens. A lot of drag and drop can be done here if everything loads correctly. Boom. All right. So if we go to edit form, I'm kind of jumping all into it. This is a block. If you look at the format of Elementor, there's sections. There's columns. So this right here is a section. This is a column within a section. And this is the actual block we're using. And this could be highly customized. And it can look 3 to 4 different ways right off the bat. And what do I mean by that? So if I go into text editor and I go to advanced, I can do a lot of different motion effects. I can do effects that only happen on the PC versus on the mobile. And we'll get into that to a little bit. But this is kind of how things look. This is what you're going to be using on the most part. So what does it look like? We're testing right now. This is the PC view. This right here is a tablet view. So you can see how it looks differently. We want in 2021, everything's got to look clean on the mobile and the tablet side of things, excuse me. They say somewhere over 60% of people are using the mobile phone. It's actually a little higher. That's a soft number for you. And we'll see what it looks like right here. Beautiful, right? So everything we do is tested on these 3 designs, making sure it's all beautiful, making sure it's something that looks good on a PC doesn't look garbage on a mobile, and vice versa. And that is your walkthrough. Let me stop sharing my screen. Hey, there we go. So that's our general walkthrough. I hope this gives you a big head start as you jump into your website. It's super exciting. It's a fun time. Please don't be afraid of this. I know we threw 1,000 things at you right there, but it kind of gives you a gist of what you're getting into. If you would like to schedule a one-on-one training, we're happy to do that. Just give us an email, give us a call. If you don't have an email, check in the description box below. Again, this is Steve Early with Silverback Solutions. I hope you have a wonderful day.